This is an account that I have to battle drawdown. I have to battle drawdown for a week, and I was going through a couple of days of losing streak, and then I was able to bring myself out of it and then make the account get to, pass the challenge. That account, when I started on the first day, I lost, and as you can see, it usually starts here at 50,000, but then I lost on the first day. Now I only had 48,000. Then I lost again, which my maximum daily loss limit is 48,000, and then at that time my balance was 48,333. So I basically had $300 in the account, and I was able to manage myself out of that drawdown all the way to making extra 3,000. So I was down almost 2,000. I had to make 5,000 to pass the challenge, and that was not easy. That was challenging. That was a moment that you start understanding that trading is a mind game, and if you have a weak mind, you can easily fall to that, because here it's easy to be like, fuck it, it's a 50k account, I'm just gonna blow it. Or you take the time and then you look for your setup. I was probably trading my setup back here, but then they weren't falling through. I probably did had some bad risk management, and I hit daily loss limit. I probably tilted, right? And I found myself in this situation. Now I had to get myself out of it with small capital. And many times in past when those happen, especially on Express Funded, I could not visualize myself to get out of it. And I think that could be a lesson of how to battle drawdown, is by getting small wins, by putting in small wins and then getting out of it. So if you look at here, you can see my risk to reward ratio is 3 to 1. So if I risk 1, I'll make at least 3.5. My winning percentage is not that high, is nearly 40%. But the difference between how much I win and how much I lose is a lot. I lose about $75 per trade, and I make about $260 per trade. So it kind of like covers it. So if you look here, I was battling the drawdown from the get-go. It's not shown in here, but I have some big losing day prior to that. And I think so I had a big losing day, another losing day, like 3 losing days in a row, and then starting to find little stops, even $6 profit day, and then, getting there. I have a better representation here on TradeZilla, which gives you kind of like the curve of what I was battling during that process of passing this challenge. It started with 0, and then we had this red zone that I've been in for about a week, and then started pulling myself back out, lose again, and then pull myself back out again. And then as you note, pay attention to the number of trades that I'm taking. So on the first day of the account, or the first week, I took a lot of trade. That's probably a tilting day, right? I took over 10 trade. That was the only day that I traded that week. That was the only trade the only days I traded that week. And I came back next the following week. So I think that's here can just be a notion of like, if you had a big losing day, you can take the week off to reset yourself, and then maybe something better is gonna come next week. Even when I came back next week, I took a small loss. This is a managed risk. It's a risk that I took very low on a trade that I thought was probably be a high probability trade, and I did lose, but that didn't deter me. I came back again the next day. I lost a little bit more compared to that day, but it wasn't as much as this. And then as you can see, my trade number is dropping down. So usually when you say 2 trades, that means that you probably take 1 trade during that day. And here, I probably around 4 to 5. Then I got this day on the next one, which, okay, feel good about it. Then by that time, you're seeing yourself getting out of the drawdown. And then the following week, which I put in a good, green week for the most part of it. Quite a bit of high trades here. about 7 trades. So I would say like 4 trades in here. Made 700, so it get me close to getting out of this drawdown. $10 a day, a single trade. It did not pay. It's a trade at break even. That was it. And that was me starting to understand, timing, taking the high probability trade, respecting the parameters that I set for myself. So if I set a hard stop and then my stop get taken out, there's no need to go back in. If I trail my stop to break even and the trade setup that I was expecting did not pan out and it comes and take me out, don't go back in. That Thursday I made some good money, but as you always know, before or after success we tend to do something stupid. So I wind up over trading, tilting on Friday, and then make it back and a little bit more on Monday. And then here on Tuesday I literally just took 1 trade. The second trade was a mistake because I was going to buy and then I pressed sell and I quickly closed it and then buy the trade that I wanted. It was a single trade, 1 contract. It delivered like I wanted it. Hit my take profit, and that was it. I was done for the day. And then once I was done for the day for the second account, I just needed $300 to pass. This I did it on the live stream. It's the live stream that I did on Wednesday. It should be on the account. And I made that money way early in the session. The session turned out to be a consolidation session, but because I really had a target, the trade itself went all the way to like $1,000, but I had my target for the day, which was $300. I got what I wanted. I got myself out of the account. I think I probably took some notes here, like those losing days. So here is something that I do. It's a daily journal. How realistically I would name or rate the day. For me, I consider this day as a D- day, due to very terrible risk management and negligence of my risk parameter. I started trading with initial bias in mind, but I did not predefine how much I was willing to risk on the trade, or on my speculation, and how much I wanted to take in return. So when I was in profit, I wasn't taking any money, and I don't think I was in any profit either. How I would rate myself emotionally, I put myself on a 5, because I was a little bit impulsive that day. But the reason that I put 5 is a restraint that I showed to myself, because the roller coaster I think there's like a psychological impact that happens when you hit the daily loss limit that makes you think that, you are failing the account. And automatically what goes in your mind is, I'm right on this trade. Why shouldn't I just reset the account and, get a new free reset to, do things all new, to avoid the pain of dealing with the losses, dealing with my mistakes, dealing with my low risk management, and then gambling. This is something that I've done before, where there will be days where I will trade poorly, hit my daily loss limit, and the outright reaction right after that is buy a new challenge. Because, you can do so, you get the money, why not just buy a new challenge? And, that setup still look good, why don't you just keep trading it? That's why now I have in place practice account. If I hit my daily loss limit or reach my trading profit on the XFA or on the combined, I can just move on the practice account and then trade better. Then, I had initial expectation, which is to buy, but I kind of like changing my mind in between, right? So those are things that I take and make note of on a daily basis. Hopefully I'm trying to do that on a daily basis to become a better trader. And then things that I can improve on, I also pointed those out, and those things really help in the following week, because the moment that I took the time to write those journals, to go and look at the losing day and seeing what I'm doing wrong and how I can fix those things, and actually applying them the following week, I literally just passed my challenge. I had 3 winning streaks, pretty much no losing day, and pass all of my trading challenge. So in this one, what are something that you could improve on? For me, was setting expectation and risk parameter before trading every single day. Moving forward, I will set my risk parameter and trade my trade expectation every day. I'll set my trade expectation every day before I take the trade, before I do anything at all. Something that I learned about myself during that day was that I've been less focused lately. I learned that my trading analysis are mostly on point because most of the times they end up delivering where I want to, but then my lack of focus and lack of due diligence causes me to lose money or to have bad execution. So things to improve on: focus, due diligence, expectation, and control risk. And then you will see that result appearing here on this trade, where that was a mistake trade. It was just, I wanted to buy and I ended up losing, closing it to buy. I bought a single contract of NQ. The risk on this trade was about $380 and the return was 4 times that, which was something that was incredible. It was very good, because I set my risks prior to the trade, and I know that I did not want to trade more than a single contract. I did not want to risk 500 on that trade, and I executed because I had my biases before. And then the moment the trade showed up, I took it with confidence. I have a hard stop loss, and then the moment that it gives me a room, I trade my stop loss at $200 and let the rest of the trade run. It hit my take profit, and I was done for the day. Those are things that I do that really help me pass the challenge. I wanted to show you guys some of my trade log, some of the note that I've taken when it comes to some of those winning days. This is an example of a trade that I took, and then this is the recap of the trade. The trade was pretty much a simple trade: sell stop taken, shift the market structure, trade back here, I enter here, cover a contract, and deliver here. Done. That was pretty much it, and different time frame and things that I've done in between. That's why I like using TradeZilla. I'll probably make video on how to put your trade report, to connect TradeZilla to Top Step X, so that you can get your data from your challenges that you can analyze yourself and then journal. So this has been the month of June. I did pass my challenges, so that was first challenge, and then there's a second one, a 50k account. So that's the first one.